The 1970s brought us some iconic cars, but not all of them were built to last. What happened to these cars that seemed like a good idea at the time, but ultimately faded into history? Here are 10 dangerous 1970s cars that left a mark for all the wrong reasons. From explosive fuel tanks to major engine failures, these models were truly a disaster.
That same kind of excellent performance is built into the 77 Ford Pinto.
With his new optional glass hatchback.
The Ford Pinto, made from 1971 to 1980, became known for its dangerous design flaw. The fuel tank was placed right behind the rear axle, making it vulnerable to damage and rear-end collisions. Even at low speeds, a crash could cause the tank to rupture and catch fire. This flaw led to many accidents where the car caught fire, trapping the people inside. One of the worst incidents occurred in 1972 when a Pinto was rear-ended on a California highway, causing a fire that resulted in serious injuries and deaths. Despite knowing about the risks from the early crash tests, Ford chose not to make design changes because it would be too expensive. The company calculated that dealing with lawsuits would cost them less than fixing the problem, which caused public outrage when this decision became known. In 1978, Ford recalled the Pinto, but by that time the car's reputation had been permanently damaged. The Pinto became a symbol of corporate negligence and a key example in safety discussions.
That's one thing that sets Vega apart from the average little car.
In a similar vein, the Chevrolet Vega faced critical design flaws that plagued its reputation during its brief production run. The Chevrolet Vega, produced between 1970 and 1977, became infamous for its numerous problems, making it one of the most disliked cars of the 1970s. A major issue was its severe rusting. The body panels were not properly coated, causing the car to rust quickly, especially in areas with harsh weather. This rust would just show up within a few years of ownership and could lead to serious damage. The Vega also had significant engine problems. It came with an aluminum engine block that was prone to overheating. The engine's valve stem seals were poorly designed, which caused them to crack and harden, allowing oil to leak into the cylinders. This oil leakage caused the engine to burn oil at a high rate, leading to frequent breakdowns. The engine's cooling system was also inadequate, making overheating and severe engine damage common. The build quality was poor because the car was rushed into production, cutting corners to save costs, which led to mechanical failures and a quick decline in its reputation.
Any other car made in America, which makes it easier to park and handle.
Hey! Wow, what's that? It's a Gremlin! Yeah, get in and drive it! Give it a try! My car! Wait!
The Gremlin is priced with the imports, and it gets better gas mileage.
Similarly to the Chevrolet Vega, the AMC Gremlin also faced design flaws that compromised its safety. Made from 1970 to 1978, it's remembered for its unusual design and safety problems. The car had a unique look with a short rear end, which made it stand out, but this design also made the car less safe. It was built using parts from bigger cars, which made it heavier and less fuel efficient compared to other cars. Safety was a major concern because the early models had the fuel tank located near the back bumper, which made the car more likely to catch fire in a rear-end crash. The Gremlin also lacked many of the safety features that were added to cars in later years, such as stronger doors and better braking. Despite these issues, the Gremlin was popular because it was affordable and practical. It was one of the cheapest cars available, making it easy for many people to buy. The car also had a surprisingly roomy interior for its size, which made it appealing to both families and young drivers.
TR7 is here, and sports cars will never be the same again. When you slip into the cockpit, the seats just kind of wrap themselves around you, and when you take to the road...
Moving from the Gremlin's unique design and practicality, we now dive into the Triumph's TR7's striking appearance and its challenges. The Triumph TR7, made from 1974 to 1981, is remembered for its eye-catching design, but also for serious reliability problems. One of the biggest issues was rust. The body panels of the car would rust quickly, especially in places with a lot of humidity or where road salt was used. This rust could damage the car's structure so badly that it became unsafe to drive. Another big problem was oil leaks. The engine was known for leaking oil from several different areas, like the rocker cover and the oil pump. Fixing these leaks was tricky, and if they were not dealt with right away, they could cause engine damage. Many owners found oil puddles under their cars, which was both frustrating and messy. The TR7 also had a reputation for poor build quality. Many cars were rushed through production, leading to mechanical issues and frequent breakdowns, which made the car unreliable for its owners.
Rust continues, it'll eat through your fender, and you'll have to have the entire thing replaced.
Shifting focus from the TR7's design troubles, let's now look at the Plymouth Volare and its own set of challenges. The Plymouth Volare, built from 1976 to 1980, became known for its severe rust problems and frequent mechanical breakdowns. One of the biggest issues was that the cars began rusting before they even made it to the dealerships. This was caused by poor quality control and the use of cheap materials. The rust typically appeared on the body panels, particularly around the fenders and undercarriage, giving the car a worn-out look right away. The Volare also had many mechanical failures. The car was rushed into production, leading to poorly designed and poorly assembled parts. Common problems included faulty steering columns, brake issues, and trouble with the fuel system. The engine was also prone to stalling, especially when turning, which made driving the Volare frustrating and even dangerous at times. These issues made the Volare unpopular and a constant source of problems for owners during its short production run.
Chevrolet Chevette. Economical, versatile, value-packed transportation.
Moving on from the Volare's troubled legacy, let's now examine the Chevrolet Chevette and the challenges it faced during production. The Chevrolet Chevette, made from 1976 to 1987, is remembered for its poor quality and many mechanical problems. One of the main problems was its overall construction. The interior parts, like the dashboard and seats, broke down much faster than expected. The build quality was so bad that even the outside of the car had issues, with rust being a common problem. The car's engine was weak, making it hard to drive, especially on highways. It took nearly 20 seconds to reach a speed of 96 kilometers per hour, which was much slower than other cars at the time. The Chevette also had frequent mechanical problems, leading to constant repairs. Owners often complained about issues with the carburetor and transmission, which caused the car to break down frequently.
Why? Do you see many pacers on the road nowadays driving?
Not too many, but you see them, you recognize them.
You probably do recognize them, even through the rust.
After examining the Chevette's shortcomings, let's now explore the AMC Pacer, a car known for its unconventional design choices. The AMC Pacer was made from 1975 to 1979 and became well known for its strange design and several major problems. One of the biggest issues was its heavy doors. The doors were so heavy that over time they would sag, making it hard to open and close. This was made worse by the use of nylon bushings in the door hinges, which wore out quickly. Many owners found themselves dealing with doors that did not line up properly and needed constant adjustments. Another serious problem was the car's weak air conditioning system. The large windows, which were meant to create a spacious feel, actually caused the inside of the car to heat up like a greenhouse. The air conditioning could not cool the car well, especially during hot weather. This made driving the Pacer uncomfortable in the summer months, as the car would become very hot inside. These design flaws made the Pacer difficult to enjoy for many of its owners.
The only thing that's not original on the outside now is the wing mirrors, because I had a little accident with one of the wing mirrors and broke it off, and you just can't buy that Leyland mirror anymore.
Let's now take a closer look at the Leyland P76, another vehicle that faced significant production and design challenges. The Leyland P76, produced between 1973 and 1975, is a clear example of a car that was rushed into production. One of its biggest problems was its poor build quality. The doors were badly sealed, leading to water leaks and dust entering the cabin, making the interior damp and uncomfortable. the car's construction had additional flaws, such as the use of bonded front and rear windows, which caused them to crack and created sealing problems. The dashboard was another weak point. It warped in the sun, and the fake wood panels would peel off shortly after purchase. The air conditioning system was also inadequate for the car's large interior, leaving it uncomfortable in hot weather. Despite these issues, the P76 had some innovative features for its time, such as side intrusion beams in the doors.
So here we are. This is a 50-year-old car with a lot of normal wear and tear. It's sat in a lot of garages for a lot of time too. Got a newer battery in it. Some of these hoses you can see have been replaced.
Next, let's turn our attention to the Vauxhall HC Viva Firenze, another model with a troubled legacy from the same era. The Vauxhall HC Viva Firenze, produced from 1971 to 1975, became infamous for several serious safety and reliability issues. One major problem was the engine's tendency to catch fire due to fuel leaks and poor engine design, making the car a dangerous fire hazard. Drivers and passengers were at risk as the engine could suddenly ignite. Another significant issue was the frequent brake failures, where the braking system would malfunction, leaving drivers unable to stop the car safely. This problem was especially dangerous as it happened without warning. In addition, the overall build quality of the Firenze was poor, with subpar materials and rushed assembly contributing to these issues. Corrosion was another major concern, as the car's body panels were not well protected from rust, leading to rapid decay. These problems combined to make the Vauxhall HC Viva Firenze a car that was unreliable and unsafe to drive.
A British Leyland takeover of Triumph didn't help, and appalling quality control did the rest. By 1973, the Americans, a huge and very important market for the Stag, were so sick of their cars overheating that Triumph pulled out of the American market altogether.
Moving from the Firenze safety concerns, let's now explore the Triumph Stag, a car known for its infamous engine troubles. The Triumph Stag, made between 1970 and 1978, became famous for its troublesome V8 engine. A major concern was the timing chain, which was long and single row. This chain would stretch or break easily, leading to serious damage to the engine's valves and pistons. To prevent these failures, owners had to replace the timing chain every 25,000 miles. Overheating was another big problem for the Stag. The water pump was placed above the engine, making it hard to keep the engine cool properly. This poor design caused the engine to overheat frequently, leading to even more damage. The engine also had small main bearings that could not handle the demands of the engine, making overheating worse. Despite the car's attractive design and the appeal of a V8 engine, its reliability issues overshadowed these positive features. Which do you think was the most hazardous? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.